welcome back to our channel. It's been a while. Everything's just been going like this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out a lot of things on the back end. So today, we're gonna just do like a little story time video for you guys. We are gonna talk about how we met. Also how I asked Tamara out.
Cause girl, it's a story. First of all, we've been together for 6 years.
This year's gonna be 7.
Yeah, August 23rd.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 7 years. Okay, so let me talk first of all.
She has a lot to say.
Well, okay, so we met back in 2015 when we both first like started working at Target. It was both of our first jobs ever, which is why Target has a deep love in our hearts.
It does.
We didn't notice each other like that until 2017, but I didn't even know I liked girls until 2017. So that's one of the reasons I never noticed you. We weren't like attracted. Melanie thought I was straight the whole time. And then
we were just like cool. Like I had never looked at her in that way. She had never looked at me in that way. Chill friends at work type stuff.
Real employees.
Right.
Yeah. And then in 2017, I'll never forget, but like back in January of 2017 is when I officially said no, like I generally like girls, like also, cause I'm bisexual. So like, it was never a question with guys, but like when I realized I like girls, I was like, okay, cool, like now I get it, right? Like it was never a question. In May, some random night, like one of my friends, or no, a bunch of my friends were like, oh, like let's go hang out, like let's go to this place called Ringside. I think either we're on the way there or we had got there and they're like, oh, by the way, like Melanie and like these 2 other people are coming, and I was like, oh cool,
right,
all right.
My side of that, right, is like I wasn't supposed to go that night. I was working late. I was working till midnight and I was tired. My friends were like, oh, like let's go, it'll be cool, blah blah blah. And I wasn't driving at the time, so I didn't have a car. They were like, oh, like we'll pick you up and drop you home. And I finally just decided to go. Yeah. I didn't know who was going, but they were just like, oh, it's gonna be a bunch of us going, like let's just go chill, hang out. I was like, okay, cool. So we went, and I saw Tamara there with one of our other friends, who we both mutually knew at the time, who also worked with us. Her name was Steph. We love Steph.
We love Steph.
I got there, I saw Tamara and Steph hanging out, and then I kind of shimmied over to them, and you know, it was just like a good vibe. Like everybody was just hanging out in the parking lot, listening to music, you know, dancing and hanging out. Like there's music going, and it was just a good time. We were drinking a little bit, like in the parking lot, and then I guess because we looked like we were having so much fun, like some random people started coming over to our little parking lot section as if we were the vibe for some reason. And then like we were all like in this little circle, and then some random guy was like, what did he say? To me, he was like, he tried to like push up on her a little bit and like try to talk to her and say, hey, how are you? What's your name? Blah, blah, blah. Let me dance with you. Yeah. Some random man. Tamara was dancing with like the girls. Like she was dancing with like, you know, the rest of the girls that we were with and stuff. Yeah. So like guys just, like this guy just came and started saying like all this random stuff. And then Melanie, I didn't know who I wasn't even talking to. No. Melanie came out of the blue and then she like grabs me and she's like, she's mine. No. And I was like, no. What'd you say? No, I didn't grab you and say she's mine. Yeah, you did. No, I didn't. I went up because I saw him trying to like, he was being weird. So I went up, you know, to where she was with the rest of the girls. Because I was with Steph. Right. Right? Okay. And I was like, no, chill, like that's my girl. So he could like back off. Oh yeah. That was my intention, right? Because the moment he said something to Tamara, her face just turned like, did it? I don't remember that. She got grossed out immediately. She's like, why are you talking to me? Like, who are you? Yeah, because you could obviously tell, like, he was obviously just trying to push up on her a little bit. Yeah, he was like 40 times my age. Yeah, he was so much older than her, just trying to push up on her. It just was an uncomfortable situation. So that's why, like, I saw that and I was like, no, like, chill, like, that's my girl. And he immediately just like back, you can tell he was just drunk out of his mind. He was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, you know, like, I don't mean no disrespect, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, bro, like, it's fine, it's cool, like, go about your business, you know? Yeah. So. And then literally, I remember looking at Steph, you said that, and then me and Steph were like, we were like, what? And we kind of just, you know, just kept going about our business, just having a good time, whatever, and having fun. And it was kind of just, it turned out after that to be more so like me, Steph, and Tamara. Kind of just hanging out and like talking a lot more than we did inside work. Inside ever. Right. After that, we decided to leave. We all left. We all got hungry and went to a diner at like 3 a.m. Yes.
All of us.
All of
Loud
us,
as
like
hell.
15 of us.
Yeah.
We each, you know, we all got our own booth or whatever. So me, Steph, and Tamara got our own booth.
Mind you, there's a few drinks in there, right? Like we've been drinking.
Yeah, there's a few drinks in there. Nothing crazy. To the point where we can still tell this story.
Right.
Because I remember. I don't know about you.
And I ended up sitting next to Melanie, right? And then I don't know how this happened.
Steph was sitting across from us.
Steph was sitting across from us, and we're all just like talking. Everything's normal, and then all of a sudden, Steph was like, "Why are you guys leaning on each other like that? Like, what are you doing?"
And she's like looking at us side-eyed, and then
she was like, "What's happening?"
She stares at us for a second. She's like, "Are y'all about to kiss?" Loud as
hell.
hell.
Like, what? We're like, "What are you talking about?" And then when she said that, I look over and I realized I'm like this on Melanie, and then all of a sudden, I don't know why or what came over me, right? But like all of a sudden, I genuinely wanted to kiss her, and I was like, you know what?
But did she?
I think I do.
No, she did not.
No.
She didn't. Not in that moment, no. Instead, you know what she did? Come the end of like our meal at this diner, right? Like we're all getting up, about to pay for our food or whatever, just head out for the night. Because at this point, it's probably like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
You know? Tamara is real slick and she's like, oh, I think I lost my wallet. Come outside to my car with me and help me find my wallet, right? Yeah. And I was like, no, like it's fine. Like I'll pay for you if you want. Like it's cool, you know? She's like, no, I really have my wallet. It's just in my car. Like, can you help me find it?
I really need help and I really need you.
Very persistent about this wallet. I was like, okay, fine.
I was like, I need you.
Right. So I go out to her car with her. And help her find her wallet.
Yeah.
That's not there. And what kind of just ends up happening is we just end up talking for like a really long time.
For like an hour.
For like an hour.
All our friends are like in the diner.
Wondering where we are.
Yeah.
No,
we literally just had like a heart to heart in the car. I'll never forget because that's when I told you that I liked girls and you were like shocked.
Yeah.
And then I told her that I liked girls, but that's because I wanted her to know I liked girls. Because we had like
I would have never thought.
Yeah, but like there was like a vibe like between us. Like you could tell like we had like we call it a feeling. I don't know how to describe it, but like there was like this feeling there, right? So from the moment that like we got in the car to forever, because we never went away from the moment, but like we had a feeling and it's like we were just like pouring into each other. We were like, tell me more about you. And then I told her I liked girls and she was like, I had no idea.
No, it caught me by surprise. It really did.
She was like, you like girls?
I was like, what are you talking about?
No.
I was like, Tamara? And then like waiting to see my reaction. I'm like, okay, like that's fine. Like, so do I. Duh, right? So
yeah, so I was like, that's cool, right? Then I remember telling her I wanted to like run away. I was like, let's just hang out all night. Like I don't know what it is, but like let's not go back in there.
She wanted to be spontaneous. I'm like, oh, let's go for a walk so we could talk some more. I was like, it's late. Like we should probably go back to the diner.
I was like, why?
Yeah.
That was that night.
That was that
basically,
night.
right? And then we went home, and then the next morning,
the feelings were crazy. The next morning.
Yeah. Before we even talked to each other, I woke up like thinking about like what the hell was last night.
The both of us were really just convinced that it was just because we had been drinking that, you know, maybe we felt a vibe or something, or something was happening, you know.
It threw us off because when we woke up, we felt the exact same way.
Yep.
And so I was like, what is that? We felt that feeling so much. Call it love or whatever, I don't know. But like we felt it so much that we texted each other and we were like, yo, like what happened?
Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
After that night kind of just solidified a lot for us. Almost, it solidified a feeling that we just couldn't
I've never felt that in my life.
Describe or just couldn't understand what it really was.
Yeah.
From there on, we kind of just kept talking and, you know, anytime we were around each other, it was just like this weird like feeling like I kind of want you just next to me all the time, you know, like I want you close by. I was like trying not to be weird because I was like, I didn't know how she felt about it. And then I'm just like, I don't really know what's going on in her mind because she's telling me she's bisexual, but I'm just like, I don't know. You know, so it was just a lot of like, be careful.
Ease into it, yeah.
Right, because I didn't want to do anything that was going to make her feel uncomfortable. At the end of the day, like I'm still your friend and I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable just because you told me this one thing about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
but I was like, no. I like girls.
Yeah.
So we always say 2017 summer was like the best summer of our lives because we literally fell in love that summer. Like that whole summer was like amazing. And then we would hang out with our friends like literally every other weekend. We were going everywhere and I really wanted to like, I call it wine and dine, right? But like that's my thing. I really wanted to like show Melanie the world, you know? So I was like, let's go to Hoboken, let's go to New York.
Hoboken was definitely like our spot.
It's our spot. We fell in love in Hoboken.
Yeah. Fast forward a little bit. August 2017, right? August is also her birthday.
Yeah.
The week of her birthday, we're like texting back and forth, and I was like, listen, like I need you to take a couple days off because like I got some plans for you, right? And she's like, what do you mean? So the first thing I did was all our friends from Target that we had went to Ringside with, we all drove to Dave & Buster's in, was it Palisades?
Palisades,
in Palisades Mall in New York.
Yeah.
So I did that, you know, I wanted her to have a good night.
I want to preface and point out here that that was, I want to say, August 19th.
Yeah.
And that's relevant to the story, and you'll find out why.
Yeah.
But
so the day after that, August 20th, I also had roses like sent to her house, like a big bouquet of like 24 roses just sent to her house randomly.
Yeah. The thing is, I've never had anything like that. The Dave & Buster's blew my mind itself, right? And then like the gifts like kept coming, and I was like, is she crazy?
Yeah. And then I took her to go see The Lion King on Broadway.
The Lion King on Broadway. I love The Lion King. And I love Broadway so much.
One of our main conversations was always how I love the Lion King movie. I love Disney. I love this. I love that. Lion King's my favorite movie in the world. I love New York. I'm like, Lion King, Broadway, New York. Oh my God, right? Like, let's do it.
That was crazy.
So I took her to go see the Lion King on Broadway, and we had floor seats, and it was really
seats. We were so close to the stage.
It was
my mind was literally like, what's happening? She took me to dinner. We went. It was the whole thing.
We went to dinner that night. Went to go see the show.
My birthday. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Really romantic.
It was.
Trying to set the vibe, you know? So, again, just trying to make her feel special.
You did. Genuinely, Melanie always says she's never done that for anybody, right? No, but like for me, like I've never been like spoiled ever before you. Like ever, right? Like I didn't know. Like I've been in relationships before you, but like I've never felt good like so consistently or like cared for or like thought about, you know? So like I think both of us are just like really like nervous for different reasons, and like I don't know, it was crazy. I can't believe that happened.
So I was just like, she's gonna remember it. I was like, I'm gonna make sure she remembers it. And then
it wasn't even over.
No, it wasn't over.
A little to my surprise, because I had no idea these things were happening. She kind of just brought me to them. I was like, what?
So August 21st, her birthday comes around.
I spent the morning with my mom, and then Melanie told me to be ready by a certain time on my birthday, right? She was like, be ready by like 5 or whatever, and you know, we're gonna go on this drive and I'm gonna take you somewhere.
I had her plan out this whole outfit too. I was like,
I look
get a nice outfit. She looked really good that day. Like, we need to dress up. This is like a nice, you know, occasion. Like, let's dress up a little bit, right?
Yeah. We're going, right? And then I pick her up. And then, mind you, Melanie's holding the directions in her hand because she doesn't want me to see where we're going, right? Then, after a while, she like stops talking, right? Because she's getting like so deep into the directions, like on, like within her own mind. And she's like, I guess trying to make sure it all works out and think things through. Like she gets so in her own mind that she stops talking to me.
I was so spaced out because I was so nervous. Like my body was literally shaking. And I was like, I need this to work so bad. That what happened?
She was
we
missed
the entire exit.
We missed the exit.
The problem with us missing the exit, right, was that we were on a time crunch. I had to end up telling her what we were doing because she kept asking me, and she saw how irritated and upset I was.
Visibly upset, like literally pissed off.
I ended up telling her that I had a dinner cruise planned for you. We were supposed to take the exit off of Weehawken. And we missed it.
We missed it.
Thanks to me. I rescheduled it. Mind you, that was the night of her birthday. That was the 21st.
Yes, that's my birthday.
I rescheduled it for the 23rd.
Yes.
2 days later.
Yeah, and I was like, okay.
And that day, I remember, I was like, we're leaving like 3 hours early. We're taking an Uber to make sure we get there.
Yeah, she
right?
said that.
I was like, I'm taking an Uber. We're getting there 3 hours earlier. Cause I'm not doing this again. You know, I'm not missing this again. There's no way. Like, it needs to happen. Fast forward to the 23rd. We get dressed up again.
Yeah.
Round 2. Right? With the Uber. We drive, we get there.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. It's like the perfect day.
It's a sunset.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. Yeah. I was like, she took me, like she showed me the yacht and everything. And I was like literally in awe. And then we walk on the boat and then there's a bunch of people around and it's like amazing. It's amazing. And then there's like one table, like out of the corner of my eye, right? Like we're checking in. I see a table with like roses and everything. And I was like, oh my god, like that's so pretty. It was like near the window.
Right
I was
on
like,
the
that's
window.
so cute. Yeah, I was like, wow. And then I'm like, you know, they check us in. Melanie tells me to follow the waiter. I follow the waiter. She's like, go first. And I was like, okay, like whatever, you know, normal stuff. So we're walking, and the waiter walks us to the table with the roses on it, and I was like, what? It's the only table in the entire boat.
Yeah.
With roses and like champagne flutes, and it was literally next to the window.
Champagne bottles.
I was like, Melanie, what did you do? I was like, oh my god, how do I look right now? Like, do I look crazy? And then everyone's staring at us because we have the roses. And I'm like, it's so cute, right? Like, I don't know how to handle this. It was like so many emotions. I was freaking out.
It was definitely perfect. It was like something out of a movie. They were giving us like endless champagne.
Yeah.
They put rose petals in the champagne.
Yeah, dessert. I was like, this is literally insane. The sunset and then the night sky and like the city lights everywhere. We went outside on the boat and like saw the lights and like took in the wind. Like it was just an amazing experience that I will never forget for the rest of my life.
It was really, really like one in a lifetime kind of thing.
No, seriously. With you, it was crazy.
I had to do it.
Oh my gosh.
So my idea for this boat was, this was my surprise of how I was going to ask her out, right? This was gonna be my big ending like shebang. From the week.
From the week.
From the week, right? I was like, I need to end with a bang. And the boat and the dinner cruise is the perfect bang. So that's what I was trying to do. Remember, her birthday was 2 days prior. So I was trying to be sneaky and trying to make her think that this dinner cruise was like a late birthday gift. So what I had them do was bring her out this little cute personal like size little cake with a candle, and they sung happy birthday to her. And we're just like taking in the moment, and
all too much.
we're like right on the water, and it was a sunset dinner cruise too. So like the sun was going down, it was beautiful, just like on the water. We walked to the front of the boat, like after, because they were also like giving out like desserts and stuff, like once the cruise was coming to an end. So once that started happening, I had planned, I was like, okay, so like I need to do it. Like I need to ask her to be my girlfriend before we get off of this boat. That was the goal, right? We had an end goal, that was the goal. I was like, oh my God, like now, right? Like the time is now. So we go out to the front of the boat, just like vibing and just like having a really good time. I just grab her and I'm like, listen, like I really need to like ask you something. Cause she starts laughing, right? Cause she's goofy and stuff and she's tipsy. So I'm like, no, like listen, like can we like actually talk about something? And she like gets serious all of a sudden. She's like, what happened? And I'm like, I really like enjoyed like the time that we're spending together, and like I want this to like continue being a thing. And I asked her, I was like, will you be my girlfriend? Like I want you to be my girlfriend. With the most serious face. I was like, you're it. Like I want you. Like I've never done something like this for anybody else. I want you to be my girlfriend. Take it from here. Go ahead. What did you say? No, what did you say?
I was like, you're joking. The thing is, we joked the whole time, right? And like, I just didn't get the drift. I don't know why. From my perspective, the entire cruise, everything was amazing. My jaw dropped. But like, I genuinely think that like, it was so out of body of an experience that my brain didn't even fathom that you're gonna ask me out. My brain was like,
wow, this is so much for my birthday.
I was like, oh my God.
The cake was really good.
I was like, wow, that's really amazing. No one's ever done this before. But like, that was the extent, right? Because I think like everything was happening so like quick, as far as like, we got on, the roses, the champagne, the window, the music, the food, like the entertainment, the people next to us are being so nice. And I was like, oh, like this is so, like my brain didn't even like digest any of it. I would never imagine like another person being this nice to me. So the fact that you're being so nice to me, I just think that like in the moment I didn't know how to handle it. And so I was just like, oh my God, like she just really likes me, like, and she was like really nice, she's really romantic, and like she really like did the most for my birthday. So like, I promise you, start to finish, that's the extent of what my brain thought about. Like,
it's very
I didn't
innocent.
Yeah,
it had been a few months already, you know, so we had been talking already for a couple months.
Yeah, so it was like normal.
It was, yeah, it was
our going out and like dates and everything became so normal.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
So like in my brain, I generally didn't think it was anything other than like another beautiful ass date.
But in my brain, I want to take the next step. You know, because it was already a few months, and I was like, I feel like she's feeling me the same way I'm feeling her.
Yeah.
So I was like, I feel like it's the right time because it felt like the right time. You know what I mean?
No idea.
It felt like the right time because she was giving me signs that it was the right time. That's why I did what I did.
She asked me to be her girlfriend on a boat.
Yes.
And I laughed. I said you were kidding, and then I walked away.
No.
I didn't.
You know what she said?
What did I say?
She said no, and then walked away. She literally sprinted back inside.
I was so awkward.
In my head, I was like, oh my God, like I messed it up. Like I'm reading this all wrong, right? At this point, she went inside the boat and we had already docked.
Yeah, like the
It was
the
done.
Dinner was over.
The dinner cruise was over. We docked, we get off the boat. And so on the pier where the boat has docked, there's like this walkway, right? And there's like a bunch of benches and like grass. We kind of just like ended up like sitting on the grass and just like laying there for a minute and then started talking.
Look at the stars, yeah.
Yeah.
I think when we got to the grass, I think that's when it hit me that like you just asked me out and I just said no.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad because I was like, fuck, like I just fucked that up. When I said no, I thought you were joking, which is why I just said no. I didn't think you were serious at all. Had I thought you were serious, I wouldn't laugh in your face. Like it's fucked up. I was so nervous.
Mind you, okay, right, keep in mind, like, I've never in my life come close to the thought of like doing something like this for anybody.
Yeah.
She's the only person that I've done something like this for. We're like sitting on the grass and like laying there and we start talking a little bit. She starts apologizing. She's like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. It's like, it wasn't like that. From what she told me, it was like in disbelief.
I didn't believe that you said that and then meant it. I thought you were joking.
I was just like, no, like I'm being serious. I want this to like last for a really long time. Oh, and I meant it when I said it. I said all that to her and she was like, ask me again. She kind of just like took it all that I just told her and she's like, ask me again. And so I did. Yeah.
I thought it through and I was like, ask me again.
Yeah, yeah. And I was like, are you sure? And she's like, yeah, I'm ready. And I was like, will you be my girlfriend? She's like, yes.
I will. And then I literally remember checking the time and like looking at the date and it was like 11:50 on August 23rd. And I was like, it's August 23rd. Yeah. We went together ever since.
We've been together ever since. I love like reflecting like on these memories and just like, you know, thinking about them.
I never would have imagined like appreciating like love the way I do if it had not been for 2017.
Yeah. Every single year, her birthday and our anniversary comes around, I'm like, why did I do this?
It's just like, had it been on my actual birthday the way you intended.
I would have been stressed.
Yeah.
I don't know why I intended that for the first time. It's not smart, I know. Y'all don't gotta tell me, I get it. No.
2 days after, honestly, like I love that it's August 23rd. I really do. Because then it's like, for me, continuous celebration.
We make it work though.
We do.
Every single year we do make it work.
It's amazing. This is a great video. We have to end this because our camera's gonna die. I love this girl, let me tell you. I'm so in love. I'm so grateful for you and everything that you do for us. And
Grateful for you.
I love you so much. And we're gonna hit 7. I can't wait to hit 17 and then 27 and then 57 and then 87.
Oh my God.
But that's the other video because our camera's gonna die.
We love you guys.
We love you so much.
I love you.
We're so happy you're here. And I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I love you too, baby.
We're gonna get married soon. Just so y'all know.
You're all in